It's going good.
Yeah,
All
right
right.
on.
All right, man. Appreciate it for just doing an interview. I know you're a
Yeah.
busy guy. Um, well, I guess I kind of want to start off with how long have you been in Vietnam for?
I've been here for 5 years, like going on. Yeah, I think 5 years by now. Yeah.
5 years. And you're actually the first Vietnamese abroad person I've interviewed.
First video.
Yes,
Really?
exactly. Yeah.
We've been interviewing like expats from different areas
Yeah,
or.
mostly different areas from like
Cool.
Australia a lot, even some guy from Mexico,
Oh,
all
nice.
different areas. But the first time Vietnamese or Viet Kieu,
For first video.
which is funny because I was thinking when I lived in Tao Dinh,
Yeah.
there would be a bunch of them.
I,
But
I, see-
there,
I see I see a lot of videos, so I'm actually surprised you haven't interviewed or you haven't
yeah, so
talked to someone.
I just didn't even see them that much when I was in that area. So that's why it was hard for me to even interact with them because I was
Yeah.
like, where are they? Sure, I think they may have their own little cliques.
Maybe find them
So
at pickleball.
okay, pickleball, yeah, pickleball is probably the spot to
Yeah.
go. But
Or I don't know. Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it a lot. I think lately I've been seeing more and more people kind of come into Vietnam. But yeah, there's a lot of different people from all over the world.
yeah, yeah, and since you're VidQ coming back
Yeah.
to Vietnam, I'm just curious. 5 years here is quite a long time. What even made you want to even come back in the first place?
Oh, there was like a bunch of reasons, but I really liked living in Vietnam. Like it's pretty simple. I came here to visit. I was here for a couple of months, weeks. First trip it was like a couple of weeks, and then I don't know. I just really liked living here. The food's good. Um, it's comfortable. I like the. It sounds cliche. I like the culture. I just like driving around and going to different parts of Vietnam. So overall, I wanted to move out of the grind, I guess, from and living in America. Like every day is kind of the same. Waking up, sitting in traffic. It's comfortable, but then it's also like I wanna be somewhere else that's different. Yeah.
And I think we've talked a little about before.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think that's the normal in the grind in America. What would your parents or family members even thinking about when you're like, okay, I'm moving to Vietnam. I'm tired of the U.S.
Yeah.
What was that
Well, they
like?
didn't like it at all.
To make a quick comment. If you are coming to Vietnam thinking about moving or wanting some advice or tips on visas, apartments, any dangers, any traps, scams, or any type of just questions you're worried about, I have a link down below for you to just. Okay.
Honestly, it's a hard decision when you want to come out here because it's a decision. It's just a decision you have to make yourself. Family, people they want what's best for you, and a lot of times what they think is best for you is just being in a safe environment or perceived safe environment, and do it uh, the standard way or whatever they want you to do, like get a job there and like grow up same spot or close to them. But so if you're moving back here, it's quite different. Yeah.
Did you have similar, so maybe similar Vietnamese parents as me, but
Yeah.
did they have the perception of Vietnam was like a complete crap hole? Like the streets are dirty, there's homeless, you're gonna get
Yeah.
robbed or stabbed, like during the Vietnam War times?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so. It was, yeah, they did. It's because of their generation, also like what they've been through too. I understand like where they're coming from. But a lot of people coming back here now kind of see the new fun good part of Vietnam, right? Well, on the surface, you have convenience, you have affordability. People call it cheap, but it's affordable.
Yep.
You can get a nice dinner or a simple meal for a few dollars, and something you can't get in America, where it's just like a relatively healthy meal for a couple dollars. That's just like that's a life perk, no matter what,
sure.
wherever you are in the world.
Yeah, for sure. I recently you can even see it in terms of like food, but also I think we just did an interview with seeing your whole place.
Yeah.
We mentioned it was what, like 650 bucks, 2 bedroom. What price would it cost for you to get something like this back in the States?
Honestly, I don't know. I never really rented a place in the States. I lived with my parents, and I just was trying to save money. Like having your own place, I would have probably bought a property there, or at least get a. I would have gotten a mortgage to get a property, and then kind of be locked in that way. So even getting a rental or renting out an apartment there in Los Angeles area where I came from, even the suburbs, it's just burning money a lot of times, right? Right?
Yeah,
You're paying
I've heard
all
of
of
that,
that. You're paying like maybe 3,000, 2,000, 3,000 for not even a great place, and it's not even yours, your own. So it doesn't really make that much financial sense.
Yeah.
But that's the situation a lot of people are in. So
Yeah, it's
I
mostly
understand.
just to survive.
Just to survive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly, the main point I wanted to talk about, I think we mentioned before, just in terms of property and thinking about like buying a property. So you're the first person I've talked to who's actually thinking about actually considering buying property
Yeah.
in Vietnam and just making it, all right, this is my home now. What was the thought process even thinking about that compared to, buying back home in America compared to Vietnam?
Yeah. Well, the first thing is like I'm treating it as more of an investment property that I live in too,
Okay.
because you could buy it for a couple years and it will appreciate. Likely, it'll appreciate. You never know, but it's always nice to not pay rent. You pay it into the mortgage, so still here, like whatever the price is, you're still not your own, but it's still cheap. So I'm at a point where like I kind of want to see the options of buying a property here. It's not gonna be like a really big place, but it's a lot cheaper than it would be in America.
For sure.
I think I've seen places in America like near my house are selling for 1.5 million. That's the listing price. I don't know how much. It
Oh
would
yeah,
actually-
you're in the California area. So
Yeah,
that would-
California
that-
area.
Those are the crazy prices.
like 1.5 or like 1 million for a house, and that's crazy. I can't afford that. You'd be locked in too. So
Yeah, and you mentioned before like depreciation. So I don't know, personally myself, I don't really know much about the Vietnamese real estate market. I have heard it's been ridiculous in terms of how much
Yeah.
property costs. But you yourself, what you've seen, has it been like a good investment opportunity, or is it mostly just living
Yeah.
there?
it is like I don't treat it as like, oh, strictly I'm gonna make profit off of this because it's a place I live off. I'm gonna live.
Yeah.
I'm gonna choose a place where I like to live in.
Yeah.
It's gonna be better than like like a life upgrade over what I'm living now, which I don't complain. But maybe if I start a family or something, then I need a bigger place. But if it goes up, then yeah, it's good, right? You want both. For me, I want both. I want like a nice place to live in, and then also it appreciates in value, and it could be very modest appreciation, but still, that's a win for me. I don't really know exactly like how much is going up, but I do know it's like over the years, yeah, it's been going up.
Yeah, it's been pretty ridiculous in terms of it all.
Yeah, and I'm a believer in Vietnam is gonna like continue to grow. Just in the macro
Yeah.
lens, if you're looking back and you're seeing how much investments are coming in here, I do think if you find a good place or a good opportunity, then it might be worth it.
Yeah.
But it's not for everyone.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like laws and
Regulations you gotta follow,
yeah,
all
you
that stuff.
actually cannot buy a place as a foreigner. You have to be a Vietnamese citizen
Yeah.
for an actual like land. So
So even though you're VQ, they still won't even let you?
I have to actually apply for my Vietnamese citizen,
Okay.
and I think they allow that. I'm still looking over the rules right now. I'm just kind of looking at places, and if I do see one, then I'll figure out something. I'll figure out something.
What was your thought process in terms of where to look for the places? Was it like it has to be in, you know, in a major metropolitan city close by, or could it be a little bit farther out, or is it just a feeling? Like, how was your thought process
Yeah, I
in terms of
wanted
your
to
place?
find a place that's close to where I actually like work and
Okay.
where I go to work and then where I actually go out, like sometimes I'm in District 1, not a lot, honestly, but weekends or I'll be around Bintan area, this area. So somewhere relatively close by, not somewhere super far where I'm like, dang, I can't. I'm like, I
Mm.
cannot go to these places. So somewhere relatively looking at Funyuan district, Bintan, maybe even District 2. Those are some places I'm just looking. But right now it's like house looking, right?
Yeah.
Shopping.
We don't have to go too deep into
Yep.
the financials, but in terms of like what type of price range are we looking at in terms of property that,
Yeah.
that
Like around 200K, 250K to 300.
and does that give you like a solid piece of property or
Yeah, I might give you like depends. But depends on the location too. But
okay.
we may be talking about like yeah, decent property.
Piece of property? And
Decent
and
property.
these are like apartment styles? Are they like
They're
apartment in the
houses.
or oh like so like legit houses?
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking like houses. There's like in Vietnamese houses like the 4 stories with the
Yeah,
stairs up.
exactly.
Those are
Yeah,
that type.
that's that
Oh,
type of
okay.
house. So it'll be exactly like you mentioned. They'll build up. So one floor is like maybe usually the first floor would be the kitchen, living room. Second floor would be like a bedroom, another bedroom,
Mhm.
rooftop. So those are yeah. And if you find a place that's a little bit quieter, then it's a win. You're looking at also the alley width too, how big the alley is. I'm not sure if many people are actually gonna interested in buying a property here, but I've seen a lot of people in Da Nang actually buy
Yeah, the
properties.
non spot. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a good spot. Like if I didn't work here, I'd probably look into living in Da Nang.
Yeah, I feel like Da Nang is the place where you actually just more settle down with the property. But
Yeah.
what I felt like in Ho Chi Minh City is more like an investment, like
Uh,
trying to make money here,
yeah, it's more
apparently.
expensive here, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more expensive here for sure. Like there's some people like coming over here and they just buy. They don't even know. They don't even
Yeah,
look at it. They just
yeah.
buy the property. They buy it as to investment.
Yeah.
I think I've heard like Korean people do that.
Yeah, I've
Some people
heard
from Korean,
Chinese,
Chinese and
Korean,
Korean,
I think also Malaysians. Honestly, mostly, yeah,
rich.
rich outside
Yeah,
other Asian countries. They're
for
usually buying it
real.
out.
They just like come in. They don't even look at the property and then just buy it up. I think that's why they're changing some of the
Yeah.
laws on it.
So yeah, that's what I was curious about. So then for you, how would you? Pretty much the story is how people do it here is where let's say they get married to like an Australian person
Yeah.
or U.S. person, Canadian, whatever. They usually get with a Vietnamese wife, girlfriend, and then they put it in the girlfriend's name, and just pretty much she has the owner on all
Yeah.
of that. Is that pretty much the quickest, most efficient way for
Um.
from what you found, or was there any
Yeah,
other?
yeah, but it depends on the relationship. I've been warned. There's a lot of warnings out there. Like, yeah, because technically, legally, yes, there is under their name, right?
Mm,
Whoever it is, if it's the wife or the husband, whoever partner it is, that's the Vietnamese citizen, and you are the
hmm.
foreigner, and it would be under their name by law, because you can't put your name on it. But it depends on the relationship.
Yep.
If you know, different situations for everyone,
Yep.
and also you can, I think you can hire an attorney, or you can have some kind of contract. I'm not too sure if it's gonna 100% protect you. So don't.
Don't quote you on that,
Yeah,
but
just do your research.
I suppose like
With anything, do your research. If you want, if you're a foreigner and you're really, you could just buy an apartment. But in an apartment, there is there's only a certain amount of apartments available that you can buy. Yeah. So depends what you want.
Yeah.
I don't really like. I've heard about buying an apartment. I've been looking into that too, but
Is there much of a difference between buying an apartment and a house, or is it kind of the same
Yeah,
process? Or
I think buying an apartment is easier, right? Should be easier.
yeah, I've heard it is
especially-
easier. Yeah.
Yeah. Because you have the development and then they have everything
Yeah, they kind of just have
Yeah,
it set up for
set
you.
up for you.
But you didn't go that route. You wanted to do the house one instead, or
it
you're
might
still
change.
thinking about?
It might
Oh,
change. Yeah, right now I'm looking at houses, but it might change in the future. Like maybe I feel like apartment's more suitable. But apartment, real, I don't know. I just felt like I like living in a house better than an apartment. It's just like you could go into your own house.
Yeah.
Apartment is you go.
You never know what's gonna happen around like neighbors, doors, stuff like that.
And plus, you can keep the land like appreciation. I guess I don't know, but it's a couple of reasons why I'm looking first into buying a house.
Okay. Now, so we talked a little about like the real estate scam
Yeah.
in terms of just renting an apartment. Did you see or felt or heard any about buying property or an apartment? Did you see any scams or warn any scams on that? Like,
Yeah, I just heard about like if they don't have the red, they call it like the red book or something. Yeah, the red book. It's like a paper that it's all clear. If they don't have that, then it's a bit riskier. Well, it's riskier.
so the red, so there's the red book. Like, it's like they just have their name in this book or something. Or?
No, it's like it's basically it's like the official document that this house is legit.
Okay.
It's legit. There's a lot of places that don't have it, and there's like, dude, you don't know when the government can come and say, oh, this house is not supposed to be here. It happens. I think I heard it happen a lot in like Fukuoka or something, or some area where, like you don't want to get caught in with the legal stuff. You want to make sure all the legal work, all the paperwork is clear and clean before you buy anything. Like especially something that costs that much.
Yeah.
For sure, you have to do your work. You have to do your homework.
Okay, so the one was like the red book, so it has to be in their name. Was there any other sketchy stuff, or like they were hiding some of this?
No,
or
I've been just looking, so I don't really know yet. Hopefully nothing happens, but I've been just kind of looking at places. I haven't really dealt with the paperwork yet. I'm not in that phase of the buying journey. I'm just like looking right now, seeing what the market is like before I make any decision. But yeah. Probably when that time comes, I'll get a lot of different people input. I have relatives here, so I can ask them as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
And does does your mind ever still think about, okay, I could still think about still buying property in the U.S., or is it kind of shifting more towards in Vietnam now, or you still don't know?
Because everything there is just getting more and more expensive, right? I don't know. Feels like that window is kind of closing, and then we'll see where it goes. Like I might decide to come back to the States to live, because here, if you have a kid, I'm already thinking of if a kid, the education versus here versus there. Over there, I think the education is quite good. Like I had growing up, a good public school system, good school, good neighborhood. So it would be good, and it's free.
Yep.
Here, you go to international school, that's going to cost you a lot. You can go the public school route, but after that, kind of see what's best for when you have a kid. So I might go back, but who knows what will happen.
Do you think growing a family here is pretty good? If you, let's say you have the house, the kid,
I think so.
all that stuff.
Yeah. I think it's like you have a lot of places to hang out. With your kid. I don't know. I haven't had one yet, so it's like I can imagine there's parks, right?
Yeah.
So you keep them occupied. Yeah. But I haven't thought of that far.
Okay. Yeah, because no, because I always, especially if you see in like I guess Taoden.
You see a lot of the kids. On
the kids on like
Taoden is.
That's where all the international schools. So I walk by there a lot, and I can see
Dude,
families growing.
They're expensive. Those international schools are like
Yeah, I heard the price. I think
thousands of dollars.
Yeah, I think someone quoted me. It was like 30 to 40 grand a year.
Yeah, those are the rich man. They're like executives. Usually.
Okay.
I'm not at that level. I'm not at that level. And I honestly, even if I was that level, I'm like, dude, I'm burning so much money.
That's
I'm
always
trying to cut down my burn rate, you know? Like that's why I like living in Vietnam. You cut down your burn rate and um fly low, fly low, fly low.
well. Actually, I heard as well. If you go to Da Nang, they're supposed to be doing like homeschooling. When they're
Yeah.
so they bought the property there, and the family just kind of lives there, but they're because there's not like I guess much. I don't know the school system
Yeah.
there, but they prefer okay, like we're gonna just do homeschooling instead.
Yeah.
I don't know how it goes, but
That's an option. I just don't know. I don't trust myself to
teaching all those
yeah.
subjects.
We'll see, you know, like there's teachers that teach it. They've learned to teach others, right? So like I rather trust professionals, especially with that kind of stuff. For me,
Yep.
yeah. Well, yeah, we'll see when that time comes. Homeschooling, maybe for the first couple of years, but not.
Yeah, I guess kind of just wrap things up. What would be your advice for any VITQ abroad?
VitU specifically?
Yeah, VITQ because maybe they're thinking about coming to Vietnam, or maybe they're in a similar path as you, where they're like, okay, I'm on the grind now, same daily routine. I've heard about Vietnam. Maybe they've never even been to Vietnam, but they're, you know, but parents are from there. What's your comments to them, or any advice to them, or even buying property, things like that? What would you say to them?
Yeah, let me think of my own personal experience and like kind of summarize it. Um, I probably just like stay low for a bit. Don't be too flashy and don't be like spend all your money just because it's everything is like more affordable. Don't like you don't feel like you have to live in a very nice place right away or just because you can afford it. Still keep your burn rate down. A lot of the people that move here like maybe I'm not speaking for everyone because there's people that are super rich that come down here like I want like basically semi-retirement. That's different, you know. Like they can spend as much money because they have a lot of money. But if you're just trying to like start like your own thing, a new life, and you want to keep your burn rate down, and then just kind of stay humble, stay low a little bit. You don't always have to be the flashy, like
Flashy guy showing off.
yeah,
You have,
showing off.
you're from America.
You're from
You're all
America
that
and
stuff. Yeah.
everything. And learning Vietnamese also is good. Yeah. Because you can kind of you'll start to understand more of the culture and how it's different. Because Vietnamese over in America is different than Vietnamese kind of over here. Different culture, different kind of like mentality. Yeah. What else? Yeah.
Those are the biggest things.
Biggest things, and then like if you're a dude or a guy, right? You dating wise, a lot of people come here single, all right?
Yeah.
So I guess dating just use protection.
That's always important. Yeah. I have heard a lot of different stories about people not
Don't
using
don't
protection.
don't get a kid. Don't get a kid. Don't get a kid. Don't get a kid early.
Yeah. I would say not in your first year. At least explore like the culture, country, and then you can kind of decide, okay, is this a place you want to settle down? Before
Yeah. Just be careful.
always use protection. I think
Yeah.
that's a theme I've
be
heard a lot on
careful.
my channel. But yeah, Tam, man, thank you so much. Appreciate for you even coming on just
Yes,
to
sir.
talk with me. Well, guys, appreciate it just for listening, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you guys next time.